This is a sweet little guided meditation that will help you clear your heart of any conflicted feelings and old baggage that will prevent you from giving and receiving love in a clear and healthy and open way. And begin by settling in, getting comfortable in your body, and taking some deep breaths. Deep belly breaths. Imagine that with your breath you can fill your whole entire body and bring yourself into a relaxed state. And now take some breaths right into the center of your chest, into the center of your heart chakra. Allow yourself now to first think of beautiful things that bring your heart happiness. The people, places, and things in your life that really uplift your heart. And begin to charge up your heart and open your heart wide by thinking about these wonderful things. These wonderful people who have such meaning to you, who have supported you. Especially people who support you in an unconditional way. And if you like, at this moment, you can take another minute and think about your relationship with the divine and really connect with your sense of the divine, however he or she shows up for you. And now that your heart is really, really open, imagine that you can find a central focal point in the center of your heart. And imagine that you can see a candle flame there, marking the very center of your heart, the very center of your heart chakra. And sitting in front of this candle flame, which could be sitting on the altar of your heart in a way, imagine now that you can step through that candle flame like a door. And as you enter the candle flame and the fire surrounds you briefly for a minute, you are transported to a seashore. Through fire to water. And the waves of the seashore are gentle and sweet, lapping at your feet, warm and comfortable, sweet and precious ocean water. And the lighting is a little bit like moonlight. In fact, maybe you can even see a moon in the sky, bringing beautiful reflections upon the water surface. And here in this ocean, with this ocean of water in front of you, you can contemplate some of the shadow side of your heart, allowing the moon to illuminate those kinds of shadow feelings, the areas where you feel limited in the way you're able to love, limited in the way you're able to receive love and give love in your life. Maybe it's for particular people. Maybe it's towards yourself. Maybe you'd like to be able to love yourself better. And allow the moon to swirl and the energy of the water here present to swirl in your heart, to loosen up these deeper feelings, these limitations, these obstacles inside your heart that prevent you from a clear and open channel of your experience of divine love, and love through running through you openly and freely. Anything that would be obstacles for a free, fluid movement of love through yourself and through your life. And as these conflicted feelings appear, Notice that there are seashells appearing around your feet in the water. And you look up to notice that there is a beautiful goddess, the goddess of love herself, Aphrodite, floating on the water on her beautiful shell. Her long hair shimmering in the moonlight, her smile of pure grace, and her radiance, the radiance of her heart. She stands before you, ready to accept your gifts, ready to accept your willingness to surrender these obstacles to her divine grace flowing through your life. She beckons you to make use of the shells at your feet, and you find that the parts of your heart that are having conflict about love, any parts of you that don't seem to want to understand anything about love, or are confused about love, or hiding your awareness about the true nature of love, these obstacles and these limitations just sort of pop out in the presence of the goddess, and with her energy and with your willingness to surrender, they fall out of your heart like shooting stars, each one landing in a different seashell. And as the shell becomes full, it floats away across the ocean to arrive at Aphrodite's feet, whereupon she picks up each shell and tenderly cherishes your gift of surrender and calls all of these blocks and obstacles home to herself. Continue with this process of shooting stars out of your heart, releasing the unknown and the known alike, all the different concerns and conflicted feelings that you might have had about love, whether you're consciously aware of these concerns or not. Allow them all to just drop out of your heart, feeling your heart become lighter and freer and more open and more receptive as each one of these burdens is released and lifted out of your spirit, And gradually, as this process begins to wrap up, as Aphrodite herself has received all of your beautiful, gifted surrenderings, she begins to shine and radiate towards you. As she shines so brilliantly, her image becomes very challenging to continue to see, and all you can see is this beautiful, rosy, golden, radiant light coming your way. And she reminds you once again to stay in your surrendered state. She says, surrender and receive. Surrender and receive my gifts, divine grace. And as her gifts arrive to you, drink them into your heart and any other place in your body and your mind and your spirit that feels good to receive this nurturing and this rejuvenation and this education to clarify and simplify your relationship with love, especially towards yourself, allowing yourself to love yourself with even more grace and tenderness than you ever thought possible. Receiving these profound messages from Aphrodite herself in her vibrational communication, feeling your heart become full in a way that you had never experienced before, as she unlocks new capacities and capabilities inside you for you to have new experiences of love in your life, for you to continue your growth and expansion as a human being and your capacity to love and bring love through into the third dimensional world of humanity. And gradually, Aphrodite has completed her blessings and her grace. She bows before you, acknowledging your profound choice to incarnate as a human in these times, giving you thanks for the choice you made to come to the planet at this time. She begins to bid you farewell, and she recedes into the setting moon over the sun, over the ocean. As you receive and complete your integration of her profound gifts, you find yourself being pulled back and through the flame to sit once again before the candlelight at the center of your heart. The candle that sits on the altar at the center of your heart. And acknowledging what you have experienced here today, acknowledging and pledging and promising to go forward from this place, to prevent yourself from dwelling on those things that were issues before, allowing yourself to receive the newness of this moment and staying in your curiosity about what it means for love to be new in your life, for you to have a new understanding and a new experience of love, and just wondering what that will be like, and staying curious about what that will be like. Taking this curiosity back with you as you merge back into your present time physical form, and taking some deep breaths, really this time focusing on your arms and hands and your heart, and how your heart is connected through your work in the world, how your heart flows out into the world through your actions and your behavior, allowing your heart to bless your arm channels and your hand chakras. And beginning to open your eyes now, and if you have a glass of water, then take a sip and enjoy your new experience of love.